My neighbor keeps calling the police on my son for trespassing. My son is in a wheelchair. My son, Mason Reed, is 10. He has cerebral palsy and has been in a wheelchair his entire life. He cannot walk. He can barely speak, but he loves the sunshine. Our backyard is small and mostly shaded. Our next door neighbor, Mr. Cole, has a huge, beautiful, sun-drenched lawn. Mason loves to sit at the edge of our property and just feel the warmth on his face. Last month, Mr. Cole installed a brand new, state-of-the-art sprinkler system, and he aimed one of the sprinkler heads directly at the spot where Mason always sits. Every single time my son would go outside, he would get soaked. I thought it was an accident. I went over to talk to Mr. Cole. He was a cold, angry man who had never once said hello to us in the 2 years we had lived there. "The sprinkler is on my property," he said, his voice flat. "If your son does not want to get wet, he should stay off my lawn." I was stunned. "He is not on your lawn," I said. "He is in his own yard." He just shrugged and closed the door in my face. The next day, I was at work and I got a call from the police. An officer was at my house. Mr. Cole had called them. He had accused my 10-year-old wheelchair-bound son of trespassing. The officer was kind, but he had to follow up on the call. He saw Mason in his wheelchair, in his own yard, a good 5 feet from the property line. He just shook his head and apologized for the inconvenience. This became our new, insane reality. Mr. Cole would call the police on my son 2 or 3 times a week. Every time, the same officer would show up. Every time he would see Mason in his wheelchair, in his own yard, he would just sigh, apologize to me, and leave. I filed a harassment complaint, but there was nothing the police could do. "He has a right to call us if he feels threatened, ma'am," the sergeant told me, "even if his feelings are irrational." I was at my breaking point. This man's cruelty was poisoning the only safe space my son had in the world. I decided to build a fence, a big, tall privacy fence that would block his view of our yard completely. I hired a contractor. I took the day off work to be there when they started. The survey crew came out first to mark the official property line. They put small orange flags in the ground. The lead surveyor, a man in his late 60s, knocked on my door. He had a strange, puzzled look on his face. "Ma'am," he said, "I have been doing this job for 40 years. I have never seen anything like this." "What is it?" I asked, my stomach tightening. "Is there a problem with a property line?" He just shook his head. "The line is clear," he said. "The problem is not the line. It is what is on the other side of it." He led me to the edge of my yard. He pointed to the small orange flag that marked the corner of my property. It was 5 feet away from the spot where Mason always sat. Then he pointed to Mr. Cole's house. "According to the official city plat map from 1958, he said, his voice a low, serious whisper, "your property does not end here." I was confused. "What do you mean?" He pointed to Mr. Cole's entire, perfect, sun-drenched backyard. He pointed to the prize-winning rose bushes. He pointed to the stone patio. And he pointed to the back half of Mr. Cole's house itself, the part that contained his kitchen and his bedroom. "I mean that according to this legally binding document," he said, "all of that belongs to you."